So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia.
La formazione del Milan, il numero 7, Fabio Zanetti, il numero 4, Makelele, il numero 17, Ribéry, il numero 11, Fernando Torres.
And we're underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy Perisic has had an interesting career, Peter. Never really had a career in his native Croatia, receiving his football education in France.
And a header! But he's left disappointed. Modric looks to the other side. Perisic to Kovacic. Sosa. That's going right the way across. And it's Sosa. And it's Perisic. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Makelele. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Distributed tidily. Perisic. Budimir. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Ribéry.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Sosa plays it all the way forward. Makelele. No goals as yet. It's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kramaric getting this one clear. Zanetti delivers. And it's claimed by the keeper. Croatia have the chance to go the other way. Kovacic. And it's Juranovic. Modric shifted it to the flank. Perisic finding himself in space. Oh, nice touch. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Baturina. Turns back here, probably the best option. Rijkaard. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Kramaric. And it's Baturina. Budin. Great chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Modric. Shutalo. Sosa. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Torres. Vardiol. Shutalo. And Kovacic. Nicely aimed pass. Zanetti makes the interception. Makaleli. And here's Shevchenko. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This header! Goal! Milan! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not kicking them up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Sosa picks it up out wide. Getting up there! And no mistake! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Assegnato al 39esimo minuto, numero 11.
A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Perisic has it in a wide position. And now the breakaway. That's a good run down the left. And here's Maradona. And here's Maradona. Maradona purring through the gears. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Sosa. And that is the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. The second half then, just getting going. Souza. He's a sharp little chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. They've played it short. Good ball, good take. And it's Juranovic. And he's there to belt it away. Spread out to the left. In towards the back stick. Keeper's dealt with that. He's had a shot! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target. Rijkaard. Shevchenko. And that pass just didn't quite work. Vinicius Junior! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Kramaric is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Baturina. And it's Modric. Now Kramaric. Modric. Looking to play him in. Kramaric in acres of space out wide. And it's Baturina. And this is shot at goal! Ribéry with the clearance. Oh, he's been caught on it here. There's the shot! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Almost an hour gone. Maradona. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Maradona. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Piazza. Modric. Nicely weighted ball. Baturina. That's good play. And it's Modric. That's destined for the flank. Perisic has the space to scheme. That's a decent clearance. Strokes it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Maradona was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a
decent chance! Goal! Milan! And again they hit the front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Makaleli. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's quick to get rid. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now it's Piazza. Piazza! Nearly, but not quite. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's in plenty of space here, so no flag here. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Piazza. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Makaleli. Now it's Maradona. Vinicius Junior, he is onto this. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Perisic. And Piazza. Can he get on the end of this? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11, Fernando Torres. Lascia il campo per il numero 10, Rooney. Cambio di
And
giocatore.
that has left him in a heap. Now it's Piazza. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Played out towards the right wing. Ribery providing an outlet. He's rising! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Modric. And that is out of play. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Now it's Shevchenko. Rooney. And this is Ribery. He has a look up. Lovely feet. And he whips it in. Impressive jump. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Modric. And there goes the final whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Vinicius Junior voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody.
Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're ready now for the anthems. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going to ask an awful lot from your central striker, but also for anyone positioned out wide. You're the key supply route, and at the same time, the defensive cover. So, effectively, you're the lungs and legs of the team.
Well, we're on the way. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
And Shevchenko! But he's left disappointed.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
New Zealand have reclaimed it. That's destined for the flank. Aimed at the far side. And he's there to clear it. Schlotterbeck.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And here's Shevchenko, and Shevchenko! Oh, he's been caught on it here.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shevchenko. That's going to go a long way. And that's a throw-in. Driven in. It should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Wood. Vieira wins the duel this time. Threads one in. Vieira gets into a good position. And that has been knocked clear. And he's there to retrieve it. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Schlotterbeck. That's Vieira. Wood. Spread out to the left. Space for him to turn and look. New Zealand are very much a team that... Wood! They scored! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
The goal scorer for New Zealand after 25 minutes is number 9, Christopher Wood! Christopher Wood! Christopher Wood!
First breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Can he get it through? He's in plenty of space here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Maradona, and he's forced to go back. That's going wide left. And that is out of play. Zanetti cuts it out. Shevchenko running with the ball.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Looking for the run. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Wood, played out towards the right wing. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And it's hoisted clear. That's gone for a throw-in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Mbappe proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And he was alert to it. That's it, 45 minutes up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Milan go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Please look at
Yeah,
the
you don't
screen
get
for
any points for
information on
stating
how
the
to find
obvious,
your way
Peter, but
around the
thankfully
stadium.
this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Please welcome everyone, our lads.
So off we go again.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And here's Shevchenko. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. No, he's not getting any further than that. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Now this could be a chance. Vieira clears it away.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's picked it up out wide. And the cross comes in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Makaleli looking to pass their way up the pitch. Milan still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Turns back here, probably the best option. Cannavaro. Here's Doku. Doku going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Maradona. Maradona will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And Shevchenko!
The attendance for this match was 80,000.
And again, he is at his elastic best.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Tries to get it clear.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Vinicius Junior going after that. It's a promising position. Your impression so far, Jim?
Milan are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Hoisted in.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
New Zealand can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Substitution for New Zealand. Number 19. Coming on the field is number 18.
Zanetti. Makaleli. That's destined for the flank. Well, there's the clearance. Cannavaro. Doku. Opts for safety. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, some astute defending there. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away.
Substitution for New Zealand. Number 7, number 11. Coming on the field, number 24.
And how good was that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. Do not write them off. Back they come. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
13, Diego Maradona.
So they have it all to do again.
Oh, there's a genuine sense of tit for tat here, Peter. Neither side seems willing to back off here. This is a terrific watch.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. So the die is cast. It is time for Mr. Crash Bang Wallop.
Yeah, this will make things interesting. He's definitely one of those players who can deliver in a situation like this.
Nice control.
New Zealand really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Tries to pass it through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And he's straight offside. Milan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Knocks it out wide. Shifted it to the flank. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Played out to the left flank.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, no joy this time. Aimed beyond the defence. Milan are looking to break at pace. Vieira. Oh, there's a probing ball. Spread it left. Rafael Leao.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Wood might just make this. Cannavaro. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Well,
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
a rather flat performance for me when we expected something a lot stronger. I think they thought the win would just come to them, and it didn't.
And all that remains for me is to
Please
thank
turn
Jim
your
Beglin.
attention to
That's
the
it from
screen
us
for
tonight.
information
A very good
provided by
evening
the
to
local
one and all.
police.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Time for the first of the anthems. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique, but he's very impressive with his decision-making too. And when you consider that his job is all about supply, it's all about end product, he's become actually quite good at that. His ball retention is quite strong. And when you've got that in a wide player, you're onto something.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. So we're up and running. Oh, it's come loose. Threads one in, and it's made its way. He's having a shot! And he's taking no chances there.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Vieira does really well to win the ball there. And here's Van Nistelrooy. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Has a look and plays it forward, caresses it through. This looks promising. Vieira. And it's Ribery. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now this could be... Rafael Leao! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of...
Chance for a shot! Oh, that's fabulous! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Kerkez making good progress. Can he get on the end of this? And he's definitely onside. Oh, diving header! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pinches it off him. Great vision. And there's green grass ahead of him. Real chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Wonderful play, though, the way the players moved the ball, how they created that opportunity as a team.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Szoboszlai. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Tries a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Oh, good effort! No, just not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. And here's Doc. There's the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find the finish after that.
Tries to pass it through. Doku. And the shot! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Kerkez, so no flag here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, that's fabulous. Szoboszlai. Nicely weighted ball. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. He leaps for it. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Kerkez, spread out to the left, and it's Szoboszlai. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that though, and somehow he found the angle.
Of course, there's a question mark over the keeper on his near post there, but it was such a clever finish to spot the gap and find it.
Hungary cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
He's going for goal! Good strike, quite an alarm. That's been cut out, well played. Rijkaard. Szoboszlai. Kerkesh. Flings it across. Defending of the desperate variety. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Yamal. Some good work on the right flank here. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Kerkez. And that is the end of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Either side holding back here, it has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Milan ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. So right back into the action. Rijkaard. That is ended up in no man's land. And now the breakaway. Edmilson. And Yamal. And it's Rijkaard. Good ball over the top. Takes a shot! And a neat finish! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Milan go up by 2 and are looking good.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Edmilson. Akanji. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he was quick to react. Doku. Needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter...
And Van Nistelrooy! And that should get the job done.
Milan are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Yamal. Here's Rafael Leao. Oh, well measured. And the finish! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
And yes, it's him again. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Van Nistelrooy. And it's Szoboszlai.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Vieira. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Szoboszlai. And he's forced to go back. Nagy. Vieira producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And he's being shifted off it. Ribéry. Ribéry will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Nagy. This is a promising build-up. Oh, sweet feet. Doku defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Ball is over the line. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Vieira gets across and deals with it. Now it's Rafael Leao. Pass somewhat off target. Doku. He's a sharp little ball here, and he's picked it up out wide. Ribéry going face-to-face with his great rival. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nagy. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rijkaard. Now it's Ribéry. That's Vieira. Akanji. No way through. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Szoboszlai. That has not gone well. Looking here to chip it through. And the shot! That's another chance! And there's a goal! This day becomes absolutely perfect! Utterly ideal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Milan are having a ball here. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Zanetti. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 25. Lascia il campo per il numero 23.
Oh!
Il quarto uomo indica
And he
4
couldn't
minuti di
quite
recupero.
make it 6. 4 added minutes on the board. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking to play him in. Chance! Goal! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Not the most accurate pass. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We stand for the national anthem of France. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, here's a player who can contribute in so many ways. Theo Hernandez. He's shown himself to be not just an effective crosser, but capable of excellent passing from deep, as well as being a pretty decent finisher. Playing for the right team, he probably could get himself into double figures.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Well, we're on the way. France have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
He's picked his way through. It's a goal kick. Chouameni, Saliba. Here's Chouameni. Upamecano. He's gone direct here. That is good alertness. Makalele. Now it's Maradona. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Upamecano defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Looking for a run-up. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Upamecano. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Saliba. Olise. And it's Camavinga. Spread out to the left. To Rabiot. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. First quarter of an hour gone.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Yamal. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. In towards the back. Getting up there! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Rafael Leao really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Rabiot attempts a clearance. And he's gone looking for safety. And it's Zanetti. Tries to pass it. He's had a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Delivery from this time, surely! But he's left disappointed.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Dembele.
France really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that means they play the game the right way. Chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Chouameni. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Gabriel tries to clear. Rabiot clipped into space. Zanetti gets it away. Chouameni goes short. Flings in across. Impressive jump! And yes, it's there! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
France restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Makelele demonstrating his defensive quality there. Chance here to counter. Saliba wins the duel this time. Rabiot. Olise knocks it into space. And it's Camavinga. Now this could be a chance. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well timed, excellent interception. Olise. Rabiot. Distributed tidily, and he's picked it up out wide. Olise's cross. Oh, good effort! Oh, crossbar! Cleared away.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Makelele shifted it to the flank. Here's Rafael Leao. Nicely weighted ball. Thinks about the shot. Rabiot. Olise. And it's Camavinga. And the referee has blown for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Et merci d'accueillir nos joueurs sur le terrain.
Milan kick off the second half. Pass somewhat off target. It's a really well-measured ball. A heavy challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, cracking ball. Quality ball.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rabiot. Olise. That's an imaginative pass. And he's there to clear it. Costa Curta can clear it away. And it's Rabiot. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Olise. Rabiot. That has been slung wide. Out of play for a throw.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 11. À sa place, le numéro 21.
Plays it across. Oh, well played, well played. Saliba. Upamecano. Passing is crisp and sharp. Over to the right flank. That's a super give and go. In by Klaus. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Maradona. And they can counter here. Driving forward. Opts for safety. Gabriel.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
Rafael Leao going face-to-face with his great rival. Hernandez. And it's Rabiot. And it's Camavinga. And here's Dembele. And he's intervened well there. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao venturing down the left. And that has been cleared. Makaleli under intense pressure.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
It's a searching pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
clearly is miffed having made the run and not get picked out.
France have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Le numéro 19.
Upamecano. Dembele. It's Hernandez. And the finish! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 6.
France making further changes here and in quick succession. Koundé, now Saliba, Upamecano. He's shifting through the gears here. Good ball, decent chance! And that's a real chance missed.
Mbappe fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
They've played it short, and this is Maradona. Oh, that's neat. No outsmarting him this time.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And here's Mbappe. Played out to the left flank. Dembele. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Changement.
Oh, he's not getting any further than that.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Looking for the run. Klaus picks it up out wide. Here comes the cross. And that is expertly dealt with. Maradona.
Temps additionnel.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Ribéry. Now it's Mbappe. Koundé attempts a clearance.
Changement.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Dembele. And there goes the final whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Milan can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Chers spectateurs, je vous rappelle qu'il est strictement interdit de fumer en dehors des zones prévues à cet effet. Merci de votre compréhension.
Efootball.